Welcome to the first part of this sequence and series chapter. Right, this is a chapter under the GCH2 Math, and this very first part we're going to cover on AP and GP. Okay, AP stands for arithmetic progression. Right, in the short form we call it AP. Okay, and GP stands for geometric progression, which I'll cover later. Right. Okay, so first of all, what is an AP? Alright, example will be like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. Right? Okay. Of course, you can see that all these are actually odd numbers, but there's actually a name for this type of sequence, right? It's called AP. Okay. And what's the property of AP? Okay, very simple. They must exist a common difference, right? Okay, in this case, the common difference is 2. Can you see? U plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? U plus 2 all the way, right? The difference between the term next to each other is 2. Okay, in this case, we see the common difference, which in short form we call it a D, right? D stands for common difference, right? Is a 2. Okay, and the next thing you need to know is A, right? A stands for the first term, right? First term. Okay, in this case, the first term is actually equals to 1, right? Okay, and this let me write it down. This is the common difference, right? The common difference is 2 and the first term is 1. Okay, and so let's come to the first formula. Oops. Okay, the first formula is the n term, which is defined by Tn, is equals to A plus n minus 1 bracket D. Okay, this is the formula for the n term. Okay, so in this example, okay, what is your A? Your A is your 1, right? First term is 1. Okay, the n you leave it there because n is a variable, and the D is 2, right? The common difference is 2. And so expand this thing out, you'll get 2n minus 2 plus 1 is 2n minus 1, right? This is the general term, right? We call it the n term, or you can call it the general term. Okay, so let's double check the general term. Okay, when n is 1, okay, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, right? Which is actually your first term, right? Is 1. Okay, when n is 2 means you're finding the second term, right? Okay, remember when n is 2, T2 stands for second term. Okay, when n is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. Can you see that second term is 3? Right? This is second term. And so when n is 3, you're finding the third term. So 2 times 3 is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5, right? So this is the 5 is the third term. Okay, so these n terms stand for the general term of the sequence, right? Okay, this is the first formula. And the second important formula is the sum of the first n term. Okay, sum of first n terms. Okay, in short form we call it Sn. Okay, Sn stands for sum of first n term. The formula is given by n over 2 open bracket, okay, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, and in this example, let's apply this formula to this example over here. Okay, n you leave it there. Okay, don't touch the n because it's a variable, right? Okay, and the a in this case is 1, right? So 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, let me write down 2 times 1 plus n minus 1, and the common difference is 2. Okay, and so let's simplify this. 2 times 1 is 2. You expand all this one, you get 2n minus 2. Okay, and the 2 minus 2 is cancel off, and the 2 and 2 here cancel off. Alright, this one cancel with this one, and these 2 cancel with this one. Right? So n times n, you're left with n squared. Okay, so this is the sum of the first n term, right? It's actually n squared. So let's double check this formula. Okay, when n is 1, okay, you're finding the sum of the first term, right? The sum of first term is actually just the first term because there's no sum at all, right? So 1 square is 1, right? In this case, it's tally, right? The first term is indeed 1. Okay, when n is 2, you're finding the sum of the first two terms. Alright, so let's double check. 1 plus 3 will give you 4, right? And when n is 2, 2 square also give you 4. So you tally, right? Okay, and when n is 3, you're finding the sum of first 3 terms, right? So 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. Okay, similarly, when n is 3, 3 squared you also get 9. Okay, and so this is the formula for the sum of the first n term. Okay, there's another variation to this formula. Okay, which is very similar, which is Sn is equals to n over 2 a plus l. Okay, L stand for first term and A stand for the first term and L stand for the last term. Okay, this formula is very useful when you are given the last term of the sequence. So for example, if you want to add up from 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus all the way until, let's say, 5. Okay, in this case, you know the first term, you know the last term, you can just simply sub in the formula, right? So in this case, n is the number of terms. In this case, there are 5 terms over here. Alright, so you get 5 over 2. Okay, a is 1, and the last term is 5. Okay, so if you calculate out, 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2, 3 times 5 is 15, right? Okay, so you can double check yourself, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 also give you 15. Okay, so this is another variation of the sum of first n term. Okay, so in conclusion, for AP, these are the 3 formulas you must know. The general term is given by this. Okay, a plus n minus 1d. Alright, this is a general term. And you also need to know the formula for the sum of first n term, right? Which is given by this one or this one.